All right, good morning. April 12th. Let's see. Let's get this going. All right, let's get this going today. Let's do the workout. Okay, so it is 12th. And I am feeling super kind of like out of it. So today I'm going to start my next 90 days of holding myself super accountable to making change, positive change. And in the past I've found that kind of doing a video vlog has been helpful. It tells me I'm going too fast, so I better slow down. So anyway, I'm gonna get some thoughts together as I run, and I'll tune in and share what I'm thinking about.
Lap 2, 8:15.
All right, so 2 miles in, excuse me, I decided to take a different route today, shake things up. So let me give a little context, and I'll be nice and walk so you can understand. So probably about a week ago, I set out an intention that I felt like I needed to get back to a swim, bike, run routine. And here we are, April 12th. I've done a little better. I think this week so far I've done 2 bike rides, at least 30 miles, and 1 kind of a run walk 5 miles. Tell me I'm going too slow. That's the beauty of my new Garmin watch that I got for Christmas. So anyway, why am I doing this? Well, I feel like I'm out of it as far as health and routine. So I'm going on 5.5 months of unemployment, and you know, sometimes we take for granted those days where we feel like we're in the grind and we're doing all we can do, but when you go without employment, it kind of messes up your routine. So what I find is that my physical routine has kind of decreased as far as mileage over the last 3 months, to where I think I was doing maybe, well, I'll be more accurate later, but the concept here is I feel like I'm on a decline. A couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks, I was out for a little run, and my watch beeped like that, so I looked down to see what it was all about, and I ended up stepping on a pine cone and rolling my ankle over really bad while I was running, and that hurt. So it took a couple of days I didn't run, and I was kind of just working it out, trying to get it back to feeling better. And so anyway, since that point, I've noticed a pretty big decrease. So as an example, let me tune in this. So as an example, over the last year, I would say I'm probably about, anywhere between 5, 6, 8 pounds over what I would say, maybe up to 10, what my ideal weight would be. Well, since that pine cone ankle twist, I have jumped to about like another 7 pounds. So now I'm kind of sitting at that 15, 17, 18 maybe, over my ideal. A couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks, I was out for a little run, and my watch beeped like that, so I looked down to see what it was all about, and I ended up stepping on a pine cone and rolling my ankle over really bad while I was running, and that hurt. So it took a couple of days I didn't run, and I was kind of just working it out, trying to get it back to feeling better. And so anyway, since that point, I've noticed a pretty big decrease. So as an example, over the last year, I would say I'm probably about, anywhere between 5, 6, 8 pounds over what I would say, maybe up to 10, what my ideal weight would be. Well, since that pine cone ankle twist, I have jumped to about like another 7 pounds. So now I'm kind of sitting at that 15, 17, 18 maybe over my ideal. And I can definitely notice it. So backing up this week when I went for that 5-mile run, I really only ran 2 and then ended up walking, kind of jogging here and there, the last 3. So that's why I say I feel like I'm out of it. So I need to hold myself accountable. In the past, I've done a 90-day, what I call my 90-day challenge, where I do something every day, holding myself accountable. And so that's what I'm planning to return to. So as my shirt says, running the future, I can only control myself. I can try to control my future. I can't control if a company will hire me. I can control trying to do my best in my applications and updating my resume and going through the interviews. But that all being said, today's a new day, and I am going to do my best, which means every day I will record something as to holding myself accountable to what I did. So I'll tune in a little bit later to tell how far I ran today. My watch told me that I should be doing about an hour, so I better get back to it. Hope you all have an awesome day, and we'll see you on your progress as well. All right, should be coming close to 5 miles.
Lap 5, 7:42.
All right, it's a little faster than I should be going, I guess, according to my watch. But I'm on a course that's a little bit of a decline there, so we'll chalk it up to that. I feel like I am going slow though. So thought of this to share as well. Part of the reason why I decided to get up and start this
Lap
today.
6, 7:48.
6 miles in. Well, the reason is because last night about 4 o'clock in the morning, let me back up. The weather's become a little nicer here in Antioch, California. And so I decided to open the window last night to let it cool down and just have the fresh air. 4 o'clock in the morning, I wake up to a smell of a skunk, and it's coming in the house. I'll walk here. And I'm pretty sensitive to smell. So anyway, woke me up, closed the window, and then got back in bed. Tried to fall back asleep, but I couldn't. One of my challenges, once I wake up, I find it very difficult to fall back asleep. So laid in bed thinking, different ideas, things I've been working on, figure out how to prioritize certain things. Well, now it tells me I'm going too slow. So anyway, that was the idea, popped in my head. Commit yourself. 3 legs of the stool for health. You gotta eat better, move more, and sleep better. And so my move more strategy is going to be swim, bike, run. Now I do need to add in, I think, strength training and flexibility. For example, I'm here 6 miles in and I can feel that right knee starting to get tight like it did 10 years ago when I did my 2015 miles. I actually ended up doing 2050 or so in 2015. So that goal I achieved, but ended up getting an injury in the last month in December that's been kind of plaguing me for the last 10 years. So we're going to deal with that over this next 90 days too. All right, that's it. Tuning out. I've got about a mile left. Get home. Maybe I'll click my watch just so you can hold myself accountable to my time and distance. But anyway, make it an awesome day.